Hello and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA, taking on the Dallas Wings. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops.
We're getting down to the final games of the regular season here, guys.
Yeah, both of these teams here tonight are vying for playoff positioning. I'm expecting a hard-fought matchup here tonight.
Yeah, these teams know how important this game is. The fans are very excited in this house. They don't want to miss a second of this game.
Pass to Phoebish. Good, and Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a three-point contest.
Now here's Hines Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wing shot on the way. Tried to bank it in, but misses.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much room.
Now here's Ionescu. Back to Cloud. Ionescu. Pass to Stewart. Over to the left wing. The 17-footer. Shot is good by Ionescu.
They really set Ionescu up for success there. Perfectly positioned with a good look at the hoop.
Screen by Hines Allen. And the call is going to be, an illegal screen.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
Now here is Ionescu. Tight defense on her. Here's Stewart. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Maisha Hines Allen. Shoots from the line. And it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Splendid pass from Jones. This is the kind of team-first attitude you just love to see.
Pass to Stewart. Over Hines Allen. Off target from the baseline. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's James. Here's Breezy. Guarded by Jones. And Dallas again with the bucket.
That's a clean look they gave her there, fellas. And, I mean, she drains those. So I wouldn't give her too many of those looks if I was the defense.
Now here's Cloud. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Hines Allen pulls it in.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
Here's Cloud. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Stolen by Hines Allen. And here's the fast break. Here's Jones. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Running the floor with a purpose. Jones completing the break.
Now here's Ionescu. That's basket number 2 with her third shot. Off to a fast 2 for 3.
You see the mobility there. Ionescu knows she can drive to the rim and finish at will.
James, covered by Ionescu. Pass to James. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Jonquel Jones. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, and they got behind, but they hung in there, and they didn't let it get out of hands.
Now here's Cloud. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Fires top of the key. Good. First shot, first basket.
This is what you love to see. Natasha Cloud operating in the pick and roll and finding ways to cash in.
Here's James, covered by Ionescu. Unloads. Rebounded by Phoebish.
Anybody want to bet that she won't miss that shot the next time she takes it?
Cloud outside. From downtown. The rebound by the wings. Now James. Breezy with it. Out to the left wing. And here's James. The three ball. It's rebounded by Sabrina Ionescu. Pass to Stewart. Inside. Here's Jones. And she gets that one to go off the front iron.
Gotta love how aggressive Jones is offensively. When the shot's there, she doesn't think twice.
Hines Allen with it. Here's James. Here's the teardrop. And it's Ionescu with the rebound. Stewart with the screen. Fires from deep. And Sabrina Ionescu with the triple.
Well, the decision-making in Ionescu is so good. Knows when to pass, knows when to take it in the pick and roll.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark.
Nice accurate pass right into the middle.
Here's Cloud. Pass to Stewart. And here's Ionescu. Cloud outside. From outside, off the mark.
They got that one, but early on, they're struggling to secure the boards.
But it's still early. I wouldn't read too much into it. Still plenty of game ahead.
Yeah, time to get that right.
Pass to Stewart. Jones with it. Breezy covering. Misses from close range. Dallas trailing here. Here's James. Oh, and she misses the go-ahead basket. Here's Cloud. The layup missed.
Yeah, she's been off her game this quarter. Just hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go down.
Six on the shot clock. Takes a step back. Attached short, but it's good off the front iron.
Now that was pretty. A beautiful move to set up the jump shot.
Ionescu outside. Back to Cloud. Outside for Stewart. Ionescu. Pass to Jones. Shoots over Breezy. Here's Stewart. The shot goes in. First of the night, she is 1 for 3 to start the contest.
Tip your hat to Stewart, maybe the best player in the world. She still does the extra little dirty work inside.
Screen by Hines Allen. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Phoebish.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Dallas with the rebound. Pass to James. Good on the triple. Now here is Stewart. It'll count. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zero.
What a clutch shot. She's got nerves of steel.
Well, you've got to have some nerve to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The New York Liberty, they're up by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And it's been a tight one here as the second quarter getting going.
I think the roof is up, but get some people some umbrellas. It has been raining in here. A lot of threes.
Yeah, you know I'm a huge umbrella guy, but hey, when it rains, it pours. And they haven't let up from beyond the arc.
Ionescu left side. Here's Johannes. And a great assist that time by Sabrina Ionescu as that one goes in.
And we are going to see Ionescu drop dimes for years, for decades, a franchise-changing talent at the point.
Now here's Jones. Over Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Misaman. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Talk about a determined distributor. Ionescu pretty much always knows where her teammates are.
Out to Miller. They set a pick. 13 feet out. Nice jump shot.
Gotta love the lack of hesitation. Miller doesn't even question the mid-range look.
Now Johannes. Pass to Sabali. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
She's one of the best in the league at that. I mean, even with just a tiny sliver, she always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Now here's Segrist. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. Back to Miller. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Quarter 2, and we're about 2 minutes in. To the inside. Here's Sabali. No dice from 9 feet out.
Yeah, she's not necessarily a strong interior presence, but she's got to finish those chances when she has them.
Pick by Misaman. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Dallas with the rebound. Outside Miller. Outside for Segrist. Basket is good. The assist from Diamond Miller.
Excellent at stretching the floor. Segrist hitting threes is big for this offense.
And here's Johannes. Ionescu outside. The 3. Good on the three-point shot.
She's created some good opportunities for herself and made the most of them.
Dallas calls timeout.
Up top, Harris. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. This one for three. Bissamon pulls it in. And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Talbot. Sabali. Bissamon right side. The shot from the low post is good.
At just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
Segrist. Bissamon covering. Here's Harris. Nice open look, but it's no good.
A good board there, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And they've just got to find a way to get back into this game. That's as good a place as any.
Just increase the effort on the boards.
The layup off target. Here's Burke. And she can't extend the lead to double digits. Dallas trailing here. And she uses the glass on the layup.
And Harris plays with such a strong basketball intellect, guys. Great job in finding the wide open teammate there.
Sabali the screen. To the paint. The rebound by Segrist. So it's Dallas now. Out to the right wing. Shoots the three. And Harris gets it to go.
I love the poise and confidence Harris plays with. She doesn't hesitate on catch and shoot opportunities.
Pass to Bissamon. And here's Johannes. Jones. Breezy covering. Three-pointer Brianna Stewart. That shot, no good. Three-pointer. And that'll be Dallas's ball as it goes out of bounds. Wings able to keep the ball here. Beyond the arc. And Jones pulls it down. Here's Johannes. Pass to Jones. Using the post moves to get the 2 points.
Now you can tell Jones knows when it's time to dominate. Go inside and take charge of the paint.
Lets it go from deep. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game, and she's hoisted up 11 so far.
There aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than she is, especially when the D's playing soft on her.
Dallas with the rebound. Pass to Hines Allen. Puts up a three. Gets that one to fall. That's her 6th field goal, and she has shot the ball 12 times.
Triples keep on falling, guys. 3 in a row now.
These defenders can't stay so soft on the perimeter.
The crossover. And she takes it up and lays it in.
Yeah, I think the coach is trying to take the wind out of their sails here. They're on the wrong end of a run and need to sort things out offensively and defensively.
Yeah, things were starting to spiral out of control on them a little bit, and a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Yeah, exactly, Brian.
So both teams making some changes here. Cloud with it. To stop the run. And she lays it up and in.
I nice little wrinkle to her game. At 6 feet, Cloud is a big guard, helps her inside.
There's the three. And again, it's the Wings from deep.
We're at about 50% for the game on their three-pointers, and they've only gotten better as this game's gone along.
Now here is Ionescu. She's got 10. Drains it from beyond the arc.
2 more three-point field goals for her here in the second quarter. Somebody has got to get a hand up.
Jones outside. Pass to James. Clock at 6. Steps back and shoots. And it's Ionescu with the rebound.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the interior. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both teams on the glass.
And it's good. 2 points.
What a huge night for Ionescu. These coaches should keep letting her cook. When she gets rolling, it is tough to stop her.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside, Hines Allen. Here's Breezy. And it's off from three-point range.
That's a shot you want to take if you're looking for the three. Defense totally off balance.
Ionescu, covered by Hines Allen. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. That shot off.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
Lays out. It's stolen by Jonquel Jones. And they're pushing it up from deep. And Sabrina Ionescu with the triple.
She is just tearing it up this quarter, and I don't think this lead is going to go anywhere while she's this hot from the field.
Pass to Hines Allen. Looking to end the run. That's down the hatch. Notch 1 more to her total, and that's 9 for 15 shooting.
Just on fire from beyond the arc.
Seems like just about all her points are coming from deep.
Now here's Jones. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
This is an amazing performance she's putting on from three-point range in the second quarter.
Jones outside. Breezy. Here's James. Her 5th miss. Now 2 for 7 from the floor.
Not her best performance scoring the ball thus far.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Cans it from downtown.
Well, they can't ask much more of her than what she's done this quarter.
And that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw.
For Dallas, number 5. Shooting 1.
The kick out to Ionescu. And there's a whistle. It's going to be on Stewart. That's her first foul.
First team foul.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Liberty leading by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And it's been a back-and-forth game with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter getting started here. It's a three-point game. Now Johannes. Down low. Yes, it's good. She's made 2 for everyone she's missed. That's 10 of 15 in the contest. And here's James. Here's Jones. No good on the triple.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that's gone in their favor.
Yeah, effort and determination on the glass, they really can compensate for a lot of deficiencies.
Here's James. To the paint. Shot's good by Jones.
When she pounds that rock inside, Jones is tough to stop, has great touch.
Jones. Breezy covering. Good on the bucket.
That's the area where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
New York foul. Leone Peevish. First personal foul. First team foul.
Lets the floater go, and the shot goes in.
She is setting this place on fire. Her shooting has been off the charts.
Number 5. Shooting 1.
And that one misses. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Peevish. The tray. Hines Allen pulls it in. The Wings trail. Here's James. She's got 5. Rebounded by Peevish. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. To the inside. The kick out to Ionescu. Sinks the triple.
Well, Ionescu has the kind of range that you simply have to respect. She's such a reliable three-point shooter.
Dallas calls timeout. Dallas with the ball. Fires from the wing, and the shot goes down.
Well, despite the play of the team, she has done exceptionally well here.
Sabali the screen. On the wing, Natasha Cloud. Nisaman over Hines Allen. Hines Allen pulls it in.
Being that close to the hoop, I thought she had enough room to nail that one.
Now James. She has 5. Not gonna go that time. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Cloud. It's hauled in by James.
And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
Pass to Sabali. Nice pass, led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes of pass. From past the arc, the Wings with another miss.
She's really slowed down here in the second half. Hasn't converted a three-pointer yet after that tremendous first half. She has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it really hasn't affected the team that much.
And she comes up with the deuce.
You know, she's having a nice quarter, scoring with confidence.
And here's Johannes. Here's Burke. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Dallas with the ball. Trailing by 4. Back to Jones. Banked in off the glass.
Beautiful dish down low.
Inside. And the ball out of play. The Wings will have it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's James. He has 5. For the tie. Drained for 2 points. And that makes it a tie ball game.
They've worked the ball around, and they keep finding those quality looks from mid-range.
The defense keeps backing off and waiting for them to attack the rack, but they just keep burying those pull-ups.
Take what you get. That's the simple message.
So they're making them pay.
And she's got her first free throws of the night right here. And the first one falls for her.
Well, remember, it was not an easy transition for Sabrina Ionescu to the WNBA in the pro game. Injured her first year, struggled in her second, but she has blossomed into a star.
And it's the Wings ball. 2-point game. Pass to Jones. Breezy. Just 5 on the clock for the lead. Sinks the three-pointer. Ionescu has it. She has 31. Misamon outside. Back to Ionescu. For 3. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, a bit of a pride at stake there, trying to get that last free ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Pass to Breezy. Hines Allen. Misamon covering. 6 to shoot. Screen by Hines Allen. Here's Jones. And the basket is good.
They need to get way more disruptive defensively. They just can't keep allowing these easy buckets. You know, get a little physical, show some effort.
Defensively, that's job number 1. Effort, nothing easy inside. What a terrific night for Sabrina Ionescu, showing off her abilities as a natural-born scorer.
Now James. 5 points in the game. Jones. Off target from 3-point range. Stolen. And now the Wings fast break. Here's Hines Allen. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, and the floor really opened up for her there.
And that was not a good reaction from the defense.
Yeah, they look real slow.
Pass to Sabali. Ionescu. Let's go with a 3. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist. And it's all knotted up. Now here's Hines Allen. And here's James. Takes the 3. The shot, no good. Ionescu outside. To the middle. Sabali. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The 3 is up. Connects from 3-point range.
Once again, she's able to knock down the long-range jumper. It's just been her night from deep.
Well-timed pass and goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Ran her defender straight into that screen to open up the lane to the hoop.
Pass to Hines Allen. Breezy with it. It's rebounded by Sabrina Ionescu. Down low. And it's Sabali missing. Dallas leading. Breezy with the screen. Pass to Hines Allen. Here's Jones. Breezy. Bissamon pulls it in. Now here is Ionescu. She's got 36 points. Cloud outside. Clock at 6. So they take the lead.
Really coming into her own as a scorer, Natasha Cloud is very confident with those in-between distance shots.
Here's James. She's covered by Cloud. Up top, Jones. She's got 8. Off the mark there with the 3. Here's Burke. Good, and Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist, and it's always good when you can score points by getting teammates involved.
Yeah, that's just great ball movement.
Now here's Jones. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Well, that field goal percentage of hers, it's gone through the roof here in the second half.
Bissamon right side. Over Hines Allen. Bissamon no good.
She can't get anything to drop. And the way she's going, it's probably not something she should try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it more.
Oh, and the buzzer beater's good!
Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like...
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Liberty up by 3. And we'll be back right after this. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Dallas trailing here. She's covered by Gardner. Pass to Miller. And here they come. Here's Stewart. The rebound by the wings.
Well, thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from her offensively.
Here's Miller. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Remarkable ball control from Miller, showing how confident she is in creating for herself.
Now Jones. Pass to Burke. Gardner. Here's Jones. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
The 2021 MVP, Jonquel Jones, might be the most versatile player in the league. Her impact is felt all over the floor.
And she's good on the second.
Missed a chance to put them up 3. That's going to affect how they set up on defense this trip.
Segrist, defended by Stewart. Segrist misses.
Nice play on D, got that hand in her face, and it prevented an easy look.
Exactly. She was alert and aware and really just reacted quickly to that shot.
Pass to Johannes. Stewart, just 5 to shoot. Rebecca Gardner on the wing. Launches a 3. Good, and Brianna Stewart gets the assist.
Well, whenever Gardner looks for her shot, I think it's a great move, especially from outside the arc.
Now here's Harris. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Jones. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
You're making things far too easy for her if you let her get the ball that deep in the post.
Agreed. I couldn't have said it any better myself. You know, you got to do your work early and keep her out of that spot.
Here's Harris to the paint. Here's Segrist. And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
What a dish out of the pick and roll. Harris is certainly a cerebral point guard, guys.
Here's Stewart. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You know, you look at the stats, the assist totals, they just jump out at you. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been key.
It's just a different mindset these teams have had.
Stripped away. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Johannes. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely, the defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
Now here's Miller. She's guarded closely. Segrist misses.
A good job on the glass. They're working inside.
They're battling, and that's helped them craft this lead.
It set a tone for the team.
Rebecca Gardner on the wing. Johannes. Pass to Stewart. 6 on the shot clock. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The 3. Stewart grabs the miss. Now Johannes. Jones with it. Here's the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, Jones makes those at a high clip, so you can't really give her any room to work.
Now here's Harris. Not a lot of room. Pass to Segrist. Now Harris. Inside. Out to Miller. Screen by Segrist. They need this. Good work defensively by Brianna Stewart. Here's Johannes. Covered by Harris. And here's Gardner. 18 feet away, and she knocks it down.
Nice release on Gardner's mid-range J. Not putting too much power behind the ball.
New York foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's James. She's covered by Cloud. Three-pointer Hines Allen. It's good from long range.
Laser focus. Hines Allen was ready to fire the second she got the ball.
Ionescu outside. Right side, Stewart. Back to Ionescu. To the inside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Impressive from Stewart. 6'4", coming down in the pick and roll must be a scary sight.
So it's Dallas now. Pass to James. Cloud brings the double team. And here's James. 5 to shoot. And again, it's Dallas with a 3.
Look, if you give her enough room outside, she's going to take advantage and more often than not knock down that shot.
Here's Jones. And a great assist that time by Sabrina Ionescu as that one goes in.
She has definitely turned things around in this game. She was more of a background player in the first half, but here in the second half, she's looking like a star.
There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
You're right, 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Jones, Reezy covering. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. The shot comes out. Dallas trailing here. From the arc. Rebounded by Phoebish. It's stolen by Segrist. Here's James. Pass to Segrist. There's the lob to the hoop. Great communication on the alley-oop.
What a pass, and she lays it in with the circus move.
Ooh, that is so smooth.
Yeah, she could have messed that up by going for a big-time slam. I applaud her for going for the layup. The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce.
Timeout.
Very well done.
Dallas calls timeout. Start it.
To the wing on the left. Plenty of space. No luck on that one.
As far as, a jumper will go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
Seriously, I don't know how that one didn't fall.
Pass to Stewart. Over Hines Allen. And it's Stewart missing.
Here's the Wings with the ball. They trail by 9 points.
Makes it off the glass. Ionescu has it. And she makes good on the layup.
Plays so tough inside. Ionescu will not back down.
And it's Brianna Stewart with the rebound. Ionescu outside. Jones hits the close-range jumper.
And I think Jones's versatility as a scorer is what makes her just so dangerous. And it's also what allows her to take over like this.
Fires for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
The shot by Ionescu, no good. Here's James. She's covered by Cloud. With the floater. And it's Ionescu with the rebound. Inside. They're running. And there's the lay-in. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
For three. They get it back. And they double up Sabrina Ionescu. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
A lethal sniper from outside the arc. The D has to rush Ionescu and run her off that three-point line.
Here's Breezy. So the road team gets the W in this one. This was a very strong showing for them. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
Well, guys, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you should feel good about it. A really outstanding team effort.
And that'll wrap it up.
Thanks for checking out this video, and if you got some time, check out some of the other content that we have on the Games with BK YouTube channel.
Wait, that's me.